basis. You're not my friends.
Well, it's fairly certain, but you did kill some of my friends.
Well, I'm surprised you're not coming in here guns blazing.
We're civilized, if nothing else. That was ironic.
Though the city does burn in the background, so...
Thanks, Renton.
So let me know when I get back.
Dramatically appropriate moment.
So,
We have access to-
Heart's desire on these guys. What is their shortest term? Well, I gotta roll for that, don't I?
Yep.
What?
Resolve.
When you're full,
What
when
minus their-
you go loud, you have access to all embeds and exploits.
No, all embeds of your category
Oh,
and all exploits.
Okay.
What?
that's still an
Minus
exploit
resolve?
that I need.
Minus resolve. 2.
I need the
Not
plus.
3.
Dennis will probably not allow it.
Destroyer Archon.
While I am not going
No
out,
on the first guy, yes, 1 on the second.
is my hair still iron?
No, that's passed.
Okay. While I'm not going loud, I'm most certainly not acting in character. So
It's okay.
if my my people didn't know something was off with me before, which they probably did, they know it now.
Nancy is nowhere to be found.
Nancy's nowhere to be found.
Motherfucker.
You had 2 moles.
I had 2 moles.
To be fair, Nancy was your compromise question for who suspected but did not know. So she has taken the riot to exit stage left. She still doesn't know, but not entirely loyal. The price of fame. Can't be certain that everyone's loyal.
Okay. Let's check all my NPCs.
Let me go down the list here.
I don't know if you'll allow it.
Heart's Desire. No on the first one, yes on the second one. Tag and release.
So my assistant, but I can still find Bill and Pam
Yes. And Jonas, of
and
course.
Jonas.
The all-important Jonas.
He was at the bottom of the list, right above Claire for some reason.
You don't know where Claire is. That's for the best.
Yeah, I'm certain that both her and the Tharsis can take care of themselves. I'm rounding up all my humans.
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 I'm actually gonna say that you get back before she does. You get one person.
Well, that's because I'm flying. I'm not really giving a fuck, so...
All the fucks went out the window.
Fucks went out the window.
The shit went
Out. When I do land back in Amber Hill's backyard, the wings are gone.
Sorry.
I also like to round up Poe's family.
Poe's family's dead.
No, but what was Poe's real name?
What?
What was Poe's real name?
Amber?
Last name?
I don't remember.
Riohan does.
Yeah, he ain't here. No, she had a very cheerleader name. So her name was Amber.
I remembered that, but I couldn't remember what it was exactly, so I was like, the reasons.
Okay.
Because if anything is going to make people contact their families, it's a riot. And so people who can't be found, because they're not on this plane of existence anymore, tend to float to the top of that list.
I really hope that my name doesn't get pushed around, but it's probably going to.
To be fair, no one will be able to associate that name with who you actually are, except you. And Ryohan, who's also missing.
You know how to do my name anyway.
Ryohan knew all of his Cabal mates' names.
And if I actually bothered to get out my high
Yearbook?
school yearbook, I would know his name. I didn't because I was being respectful.
I know, right?
Riohan only knew your name because he had eidetic memory and went to high school with you.
Yep.
Ergo, he just knew your name. He didn't look for yours or uncover it. He saw you and was like, I know who this person is. I went to high school with her.
I know I went to high school. You're
Yeah.
a different grade than me, so.
What did that sock ever do to you, madam?
It hurt me.
That's
Oh.
legit.
That's a terrible sock.
Terrible sock. Anyways, you'll be arriving next.
So,
Tag
Chad
along.
has told you that we destroyed your facility.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you why.
Well, you did.
Well,
Something else was using it.
Something else was using it. It needed to be destroyed.
There's a very specific catalog of things that exist inside this city.
If you don't know what was using your facility, you don't know what I'm hunting. You're better off not knowing.
I don't believe that, unfortunately. Call it a defect of character.
I appreciate your skepticism. It's important to have that as a mortal mind in the world that you're treading in.
Generally speaking, Project Twilight makes a very good effort of training its employees.
Have you ever
Yes, I can
encountered
tell
our
you're
kind?
very methodical.
I'm
Have
sorry?
you ever encountered our kind before?
Yes, once. Argentina.
How did that go?
Well, we parted amicably enough. They're still alive, I'm still here, so I'm guessing it went well enough.
So what is it that you want then? Retribution? Justice?
I would love some retribution, however, I have been tied by my superiors.
And what do they want?
They want a foothold, they want a beachhead, they want access to the docks.
It's unacceptable.
The docks is mine,
No.
and you did not ask me my permission.
Well, at the time, it wasn't anyone's. You're in the scene, Mason. At the time, it wasn't anyone's. So we made offices where we could. Now we come to find that you are booting people out, and we would respectfully ask for you to stop.
Actually, it's been mine since before you moved in. I'm extremely subtle when I want to be.
Not obviously right now.
I'm like, who has perfect poker face? Right?
And he can be, obviously we can be very dangerous when we want to be.
That's true. That
Why
being
do
said,
you want to be in this city? Why should we care to give you a place to operate?
Project Twilight exists in order to provide a measure of safety and a modicum of comfort to the mortal inhabitants who happen to be involved in situations where the supernatural might have engaged itself.
It doesn't look like you're doing a very good job.
Our offices got blown up.
Yeah, that one. That's
Would
kind of
have been a
this
thing
current
that you should have
situation.
I know.
protected against.
Plus,
I can't see how a small secret organization of government types would have been able to stop this problem.
well,
Yeah, a mage kind of destroyed what was keeping the peace.
you can, you don't even need to roll anything. You can hear the gears turning. Metaphorically speaking, not in any sort of creepy godwishing sort of way. But,
Kill it!
oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing.
I said it on purpose because I want them to think that everything going on wrong right now is entirely the mage's fault.
It is entirely the mage's fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, you're not wrong.
We're not
Exactly.
lying when
And,
we say
and the
this.
best part is, it's not wrong.
So, obviously, you have gathered an eclectic assortment of individuals in the sense that there are at least demons and there are at least werewolves, and neither of you are of the predominant supernatural type. You're free to come in at any point.
Okay.
Are of the predominant supernatural type. Welcome, Nikki.
Can I? Oh, I was gonna say, can I have said, well, if you fail to protect your offices, then why would you be able to protect the city?
Our failure to protect our offices was due to faulty intel, which now we have a slightly better grasp of, particularly of the situation involving a particular omnipotent entity. We are here to help. We need access to the docks in order to do so. That is the easiest mode of transit in and out of the city that does not respond to the terrible traffic configuration, which I'm fairly certain is a supernatural effect from someone.
It is.
That's good to know. I'll be sure to include that in my report.
I'm sure a deal can be made.
Now, unfortunately, I do not have the assurances of my office in the persona to sign legal documents or otherwise binding documents. However, a gentleman's agreement for tonight, which will be forwarded to the appropriate offices, which will then come back as a valid signature from the organization, if that is acceptable. I'm quite fond of gentlemen's agreements, and I believe in the power of the word above and beyond what it is written on paper.
But the power of the word on paper can change reality.
Yes, I understand that, and that is specifically what I am trying to avoid without my superior's consent.
Very well.
I should say that is what my superiors are trying to avoid without that.
Are your superiors willing to be friends?
My superiors are willing to protect the mortals of this city.
Protecting mortals is very much in our interest.
Well, that's good, but I feel like we should be very clear. Our goals are the protections of the everyday Janes and Joes who walk around the streets and hopefully do not die in this riot, which I am to understand is the doings of a mage.
Will your presence in the docks...
He says witch. I'm sorry. He says witch.
Your presence in the docks will in no way inhibit or impede my workings there, which, by the way, is dominantly for the benefit of mere mortals, which is why it's so hard to detect my influence in the city sometimes.
Every city needs a strong arm, especially when it comes to the criminal element. If that strong arm happens to be a criminal element, the better to avoid detection. I understand your methods.
During this, I'm going to have a conversation with Chad, but I don't want to interrupt the flow. I just want to know if it's not going to happen after this.
We're going to have to stop here shortly. It's almost 11 o'clock.
So,
Oh, okay.
I like doing the southern drawl, but let's go back to this. Chad is wheezing, trying not to die.
So when you broke our agreement, you decided that you no longer wanted my protection. And here you are. Would you like to rethink your most recent choices? No?
I don't. If death is what needs to happen in order to take this thing off my arm, then I will take death.
Death will not free you from the curse.
Better to find out for myself.
Oh.
To be fair, you're nice. I like that you had the best of intentions. Just not my style.
Pity. I still have that gun.
Gunshot for the rest of you, which is a fitting. Like, she's having a conversation while you guys are talking about the docks. He pauses.
Perfect
poker face.
Well, you're a giant demon. Who knows what you look like when you're
Yes.
surprised?
It's a skull face, so there is no inflection. It's a skull.
Trained responses. You can still obviously roll with a wits plus separation.
I very casually just go, bye, Chad.
Vanessa does come downstairs. Just looking normal.
There is an entrance from the roof. There's a widow's walk in the building.
Yes, I know. That's where she flew to.
Bonus points for memory.
When I came in with my people, I sent them to a room. So
Yeah,
they
that's fair.
didn't want to kill Chad. That would have been hard to explain.
A little bit! Anyways.
He displeased me.
Not like Emerald Hill doesn't have more than enough rooms.
I'm willing to work together with you if you're willing to work together with me.
The city does need to be rebuilt.
That may very well.
We have government profits that we can bring into pay.
You want a true gentleman's agreement with true honesty and true trust between our two groups?
I don't think that's possible, but I'll take your word for it. No offense. You are unbound.
I'm asking if that's what you'd like.
Oh, yes.
If this was a
absolutely.
perfect world.
In a perfect world, I'll accept it from the werewolves if they're willing to give it.
I look to the werewolves. My primary purpose is absolution with you. Your call.
The alpha steps forward. It's like, this isn't our hunt. I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't what we came here for either. So putting your decisions on our heads, not cool. Sorry.
Primarily the request of your input was, will this impede you or not?
We ain't living in the docks.
Their presence in the city will not cause harm to you or your kind.
We don't hunt humans.
I look.
To be fair, the Project Twilight agent is like, you always say that. I'm sorry, being snippy isn't helpful to anyone.
No, but understandable statement.
It can be a tricky line. Sometimes what they hunt can very well seem like they're human, but they are not.
Sometimes what they hunt actually is human. They're called institutions, and they have a purpose. That being said, the alpha gets up and he's like he looks like he's gonna say something, and he's like, I'm just gonna sit my ass back down. I don't know. Fuck you, sir.
Well,
Twilight agent.
yada yada yada. The city is in chaos. We don't have any way to trust one another, and
So that's
veiled threats from both of us on either side, on horrible retaliations to come. Should we break this gentleman's agreement? I've got a city to go help work on. Are we done here?
As long as we have passage through the docks.
Yes.
Done. We'll be seeing you all later.
I'll be sure to come by and give a friendly.
No, he's not
present.
wearing a hat either. Oh, that'd be much appreciated, provided it doesn't contain any sort of explosive or otherwise illicit substances.
That would just be ironic.
Wouldn't it?
Gonna go get a Rastafarian cover.
Rastafarian.
The werewolves are sitting there looking at you.
I undoubtedly have a political network and a spy network to try and get my city working again.
Here. It's the 2 numbers for the head of my cult. You actually know who they are.
I know, because I'm
Yeah.
from your cult.
I
Yeah.
got one for Settlers.
I know these people.
Those
Yeah.
are
It's just a reminder. You tell them it's
So,
give them any orders you need to.
They
Say
have
it's
walls
from me.
and security and guards and dogs.
For the Lord.
And really the worst.
I
Or
gave
in the biggest risk.
I gave him permission to give my cult orders in my name.
Oh dear. That could be messy. Anyways,
Vanessa comes down. Oh, hi.
Charlie is like standing in the corner like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. She's like on that very verge of freaking out where like anything terrible happens. If any of these werewolves change forms in any way, shape, or form, she's gonna lose her shit.
Charlie, come here, dear. Come here, dear.
I will shift back down to Detective Mathers after they leave.
It's okay, sweet.
She walks over to it. Slowly shuffling.
Put my arm around her and give her a little hug. I whisper in her, Diana's upstairs. Go keep her company.
She gets like 3 steps up and then she stops and she turns around and you can all hear this. She turns to you and says, that wasn't real. That whole thing between all of you, that wasn't real.
okay, you keep telling yourself that and go see Diana.
Okay. Yep. It's good to know I'm not I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go.
It's alright. I'll see you in a little bit, sweetie. Okay?
Bye,
Thank
Diana.
God for the somebody
No,
else's
that's
problem.
Charlie.
Oh, bye, Charlie. It's hard to
Or-
keep your floozies straight.
It's not hard, you're into the cover.
No, he's just back to the batteries.
I see we have guests.
Yes. Meet the pack.
I have
I
the pet.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Oh, yes.
Have you left?
Yes,
Okay.
I've exited scene to start trying to get whatever I can for my personal growth.
Tee-hee.
When all of my politicians stand up and go like, "Oh look, we've all got great destinies to be great leaders in the city that is burning down," then problem will take care of itself eventually.
Naturally.
And your cult is going to spread some destiny out. Like,
Yeah.
I've got this all set up. I'll just like, this is the moment. The moment is 9. Destiny for everybody. Go. Go. Destiny. The God Machine is going to be so confused because there's so much fucking shit going on all over the place.
So much destiny!
This city is going to put itself back together on the backs of giants. Sorry. My megalomania was going overboard.
That's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Victor's mother is sitting across from him, sipping her coffee. They are the only 2 in the room that have coffee. The other werewolves are kind of looking at the coffee like, the fuck, man? Why can't we get any?
That smells great, man. They're all custom made too. I don't even know how we did it.
Victor,
What?
are you okay?
I'm furious.
I would imagine that's an understatement.
There are only so many words in the English language that are available to me, and that is the best.
This seems like a personal problem.
I would like you to meet Victor's mother.
Hello. I bet your fists, or so I'm told. I was a little out of it and kind of mad.
You're welcome.
Nikki wasn't there for any of it.
No, she wasn't.
So she's like,
Nikki Swift, it's a pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances.
I wish it were under circumstances I understood.
So, Mathers has successfully eliminated every member of the packs standing before you except for us. We are the survivors of his presumably angelic rampages, or so I am told. So we have come together in order to hunt him down, except come to find, lo and behold, he's kidnapped my son.
Wasn't a kidnapping.
Oh, you should see how he ties him down at night too.
So we're here, after having made a deal with him, to work things out.
That seems like y'all personal problem. Wish you the best.
This is your shit.
Victor is what saved what remains of all of the packs. And I have done everything in my power to keep Victor safe ever since.
From his family, even!
I was not sure if you were still alive or not.
Oh, no. You missed my heart by a couple of centimeters.
And I'm thankful I did.
I don't believe that.
I wasn't at the time, I am now.
What? That's...
She's got some hard feelings. Well, you didn't die.
I think that makes it better.
To be fair.
I don't even do the perfect pose. I'm just like, ah!
It was not
Ironically enough, that is
Mather's
done with
will.
the perfect poker
I
face.
that your people were killed. It was Father's will. And Mathers did not have will until he left Father.
Right. Right. Semantics.
Well,
Crack.
it is less semantics and more metaphysical law. We are not people until we separate from Father.
We're still
We-
not people.
We are still not people.
Oh, that's a great endorsement for someone to leave my son's care in the hands of.
He is a grown-ass man.
I saved him from the exploding Hawaii incident.
Because he wouldn't have gotten out of there in the first place. Do you know how many deaths came out of Hawaii? None! None that weren't on the island! For once, FEMA actually did their job. I know, ridiculous. But, regardless.
Well, eventually enough disasters
Clearly
are going to
fathers
get
were-
good at it.
I know it seems trite to say that it was Father's will that a bad event happened. Consider, though, Father might actually strike somebody with a lightning bolt. It is not the lightning bolt's fault. The lightning bolt does not have control.
He had control. He could have fallen earlier.
That is not
All the
really.
demons in the room are like,
Not really.
No.
It takes something really special.
We do not get to choose to fall. We do not get to choose. Falling is something that is done to us.
If someone had gotten to me before Victor, I would have fallen sooner. Victor is the cause of my fall.
I, like, for the sake of the audience and the players assembled, internally the werewolves are like, ah! Like in that classic soap opera reveal. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness! However, out of character, that's not appropriate to the scene. Or in character, that's not appropriate to the scene.
They're very strongly holding on.
Maybe they'll do a little like
One of them
a
is
little,
actually like digging marks
little, like,
into the
murmuring.
chair, like.
I forget, were Victor and I actually married?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't
You
think
always
so.
just refer to him as your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Can I roll some persuasions on this?
Yeah, sure.
I think you've done a great job persuading.
Yeah. So, persuasion, presence?
Or manipulation.
Manipulate. Well, the same thing. And also negotiation. Sure. Cool.
Yeah, throw it in there. Why not?
There were some extra dice. It's the most attentive she's been in all of the goddamn sessions.
I mean, I love you. Do you think that's... Yay! So there's a bit more back and forth before Victor's mother finally calms down enough to understand that at the very least, Victor is a grown man and can make his own decisions.
What?
I'm going to try to further emphasize the fact that as a person, she does not understand what it's like to not have free will. It's hard for her to conceptualize, but that is what a demon's existence is.
It's not hard for her. Like, you take that tack and she responds with, it's not hard for me to conceptualize losing all control and waking up in a pool of blood of the people that you love and not knowing how it happened.
It's different from that.
That's nice. That's nice.
She understands the concept of no control. What she's never experienced is an entire existence where that's all it was.
And being conscious for it.
One of the other packmates, there are stories. We have an understanding, if not an experiential one.
I'm sorry. I meant experiential. But yes, I have heard those stories. They are terrifying.
Everybody bristles a little bit as soon as you say that. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. I'm not willing to lose my son again. That is not up for debate.
No, it is not.
So, just call me.
Monster-in-law.
As far as I am concerned, you are an inseparable part of our lives.
Monster-in-law.
Victor! Who has said nothing?
Has not reaffirmed his relationship with you since learning that you wiped out his entire family.
Yeah, because Victor hasn't known up to this point.
Nope!
Victor doesn't know that he's also... Well, Victor knew he was what caused me to fall.
But yeah, he didn't know what you were doing before he fell.
Well, that's adorable.
Jerry.
Tell you what, my personal drama doesn't compare to this shit.
Mine was really mild.
Yeah, mine was too.
I'm annoyed that I had 2 moles. Like, yeah, you got someone that's likely to betray you, but I think you had that coming.
Yeah, I kind of wrote a
You had
really
3 moles.
fucked up backstory
I
for this
like
guy.
You had 2 to start with from your character.
Mhm.
Chad and Nancy. The security guard from Ember Hill survived. He's your 3rd.
Security guard, remember. I don't know. It's probably.
Watch the videos. I'm sorry, not Ember Hill. That's my fault. The security guard from Ashbrook Heights
Ashbrook Heights.
survived.
Brian.
He was taken up by Task Force Valkyrie. He's why they're here, but that's neither here nor there.
And they probably think he's immortal.
He's immortal.
Oh, the guard.
The guard is
Sorry,
immortal.
not the butler.
Not the director.
No, not... Yeah, the director.
That was a major domo. Anyways. You make some comment about you're an inextricable part of our lives. Victor tenses in a way that Victor does not tense frequently. Stands up,
And he's an awfully tense person.
knocking his chair over, picks up the cup of coffee, and throws it on the ground, shattering the china.
Not the coffee.
Not the china, madam! Or the carpet!
Well, the carpet can be fixed.
All the other things.
I am not making promises to either of you.
Oh, he's mad at his mother?
He's mad at both of us. She's been alive this whole time. Yeah, he's mad at her.
No,
Did
he knew that she was alive.
Oh.
There's an adventure log post.
Oh, that's right.
He gets a
He's
phone
had
call.
Yeah, he had a phone call with her.
He got a phone call. It seemed like he didn't know. He didn't seem surprised by it. I assumed that he thought that they were all alive.
Oh, he thought his whole pack was alive?
Well, I mean, like, he expected attrition.
Yeah. Like, no, his
He
mom's
didn't
the
expect genocide. No. I'm out. Fuck you. Points up the stairs at where Charlie went. You're cool. I'm out. No. Done. We'll call whoever the fuck I call when I'm fucking ready. Takes off his glasses, throws them down, walks out of the room.
Should I go knock him
Was
out?
included in the fuck yous?
Alright.
Mostly it was the werewolf packs, but it
Oh,
was
okay.
kind of... It was really, like, generically random, like, he wasn't pointing at any specific people.
You just pointed Charlie out as not fuck you?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one person that he was
You're
like,
cool! I'm out.
I'm out. You're still immortal, you're alright.
Did you want to not go into the riots?
I'm fine. Slam.
I can bring him back real quick.
If anybody can walk through the city without getting a touch upon him, it would be Victor.
The werewolves all nod. Like, oh, that's creepy.
I want to punch a thing. I can't help it. I want to knock something else out.
Well,
A very tense, dramatic, and personal scene. It seems the appropriate response to things.
there's an entire riot out there.
Go have fun.
Shall we
We gotta put down some mages.
try to do some city control?
No. I mean, like, this is the alpha speaking. I trust Victor and his capabilities from what I heard from his mother, from what I've seen of him. But there are things wandering out there that have no right to wander anywhere. And we're going to go back to our homes, and we're going to hole up for the night. And pray to anything that is holy that there is something left when the sun comes up.
I look to you, like, here.
Anybody is welcome to stay here.
I appreciate the offer. I will not force my packmates to stay here if they do not wish to. Looking pointedly at Victor's mother! It's fine. I've heard the howls. I'm not going out there.
I'll cook dinner.
Mummy.
Needless to say, dawn eventually comes. For those of you who stay up throughout the night or watch the news, it's a riot. No better or no worse than any other riot in any densely populated urban area was expected to happen.
I'm upstairs sleeping with Charlie and Diana.
That's fine. The bed's
No,
big
the
enough.
giant puppy pile is downstairs.
I have given the soul pack of that one schmuck to
Memory. That's fine. By the time the sun rises and everything calms down, finally, there's a whole lot of problems. And there's a whole lot of damage. And a lot more of it will be enumerated inside the final adventure log post between now and next week. But it is a radically, vastly different city than it was when you guys went into that facility. Daniel disappears for a time. Everyone else, well, feel free to come to your own conclusions. I encourage that. But that is the end of what I refer to as Season 3.